because I know the two people that are involved. I know Becca's mom, I know herself as an individual. Personally, on this platform, I want to ask Milady, what exactly has gone wrong with Lady and Mommy? What exactly is the issue?
Well, I mean, thank you for that question, Ernest. You're the only one that can ask me that question because you've known me for a while and you know the sort of person that I am. And I think that if anybody knows who I am, they'll know that I'm not...
That's a very emotional question.
It's emotional.
I think you probably need to give it a
it's supposed to be so because we need to end this matter.
It's okay. Allow her to talk.
But she has the right to determine.
Please.
I mean, what I was going to actually say is that, the woman in question is my mother. Do you understand? And I would never, under any circumstance, sit on any platform to talk about my mother. I love my mom so much. Anybody that knows me knows that I would love somebody who is not even my mother. And so I love her so much. I don't think it's even appropriate to even have a discussion about her on this platform. I would like everybody to respect her at that time. I know this is a family matter and it's definitely going to be solved at home. And that's one thing I want to say.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Positive.
Hitz 103.8, Kusi. Yeah.
I beg you, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Seriously, I wanted to say something, not in regards to the mother issue, but those insulting the mother. In fact, Andy.
You guys got Becca crying.
No, I'm not going to talk to Becca. Let me talk to those I've heard insulting her mom. I think these guys are very stupid.
Oh.
No.
Andy,
I'm a parent.
No, I understand, but
I'm a parent. No.
Please.
You see, she says she's now a mother.
No, please. But yeah, you are. I understand you.
You have to allow me to pour my passion, Andy. Because look, Andy,
whoa, please, logic.
The way you love and the way you love Becca, we equally love her the same.
Same way.
Allow me to pour my passion on those
please,
people.
Please, will you listen to me? Please, with due respect. Please.
No, I know. I mean, saying stupid on radio is not a vulgar.
No, please.
Social media is that bad.
Say anything they
want. Please, gentlemen. I think I'm too soft here.
Let me polish my.
You're not being soft. You're being too hard.
Let me polish my word. You allow me to.
I'm being too hard.
Yeah.
Andy,
no.
Allow me to polish.
He will retract what he said, but he has.
I'm not asking him to retract it. So please listen.
Let me polish it.
What I'm saying is, we all know logic and how straightforward he is. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that he should tone down on the language. That's all.
I hear you.
So that's tone down. That's what I'm saying. Tone down.
Accepted.
Thank
you. See, I don't know why people will, derive happiness or joy in insulting other people's parents. For example, Afia Schwar did the same. She was insulting Becca's mom. My bone is whether Becca's mom is wrong or right, she is her mom. And I'm not sure if Afia will allow Becca to insult her mom.
Exactly.
Or even Councillor Lutterodt. He was doing the same on TV Africa.
Oh, really?
Yes. You see, the reason why I cannot really flow is because you have reduced my temperature. That's why I can't even pour out anymore. Because I was really heated. I don't know why. That is the reason why this whole thing is so loud. The insults on the woman. So if you not allow me to go extreme, then let me just end it here. Yes, because the things I'm not going to insult, but the things I want to say, if I'm not allowed to say it, let me just leave it.
I'm not stopping you from saying anything.
Yeah, because it is improper and on.
Then again, you can also not.
You two, you come to knock him out. The person,
I mean, why? No, it's not opinion. Why would Afia Schwar say that Ghana is waiting for a verdict on Becca's mom? Who is Afia Schwar? Who is Afia Schwar to come and tell us that we are waiting for her verdict on Becca's mom issue? And then she'll come and insult the lady and show us videos. Charlie, some of us, we are not really that close to Becca's family, but we understand the issues in families. You understand? So some people should not take it as a way to reclaim a hype on their brand, as in to insult people's parents. It's because of Afia, Councillor Lutterodt, and few other celebrities who are giving thumbs for this whole family issues going on. Yes.
And Councillor Lutterodt is he a celebrity?
I mean, he's a personality. He's a media personality.
Allow him to
He's a
flow.
personality. So for me, I want to tell Becca that she is a mom. And she's a mom now.
Public figure.
She knows what it takes to go through labor and contractions. If you've been to labor room and you are waiting for contractions, then you understand what women go through. They will say contractions should open till about 10.
Hey.
Then the woman is crying and she's like too opened. Then you are kind of imagining what will happen, CS or death or whatever. Mothers go through a lot. And the only thing I can say for here, that God, the only thing that God respects, the only reason why God is birth and death. If not for birth and death, God can be copied easily. If not for birth and death, God can be copied easily. It's because we have to give birth to allow creation to go on, and because we have to die to make God wonderful. That is why God is God. So if a first as nigga will sit down there and spill out all this trash about Becca's mom, I think it's not something to laugh about. That's what I want to say.
All right. Thank you very much. I think yes, Kwesi. Yeah. Kwesi, you've spoken already.
Yeah, just a second. That I'm adding up. Milady, I've heard of your new album single that is coming up. I just want to quickly find out on what label are we releasing that on? Is it on the Xylo?
On my own label.
Or Becca Afrique?
It's Becca label.
Becca label?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so meaning that xylophone deal is over?
Yeah,
You see, the reason I always want you to come on time, we've discussed this already. Yeah. Right. Guys, you guys like meeting in meetings, but
because we have to deal with some of the issues here.
Okay, right. So well, I want you to clear this for me. What's your relationship with your mother?
We're cordial. I mean, if anybody knows I have two mothers. Just to clarify that Ennis knows.
No man is born of two mothers.
Well, I do. I do. I do. I'm lucky to have two mothers who are all amazing, beautiful.
Guys, please can you allow me to host this program? It's too much. Oh,
who are all amazing. Relationship with my mother is cordial. It's absolutely cordial. There's to my understanding, it's cordial. There's no, like, you're here saying, I think so will be if you enjoy. There's no family that doesn't have your own issues. It's unfortunate that I'm a public figure, and so anything that comes out becomes a lot of fire, But I think that if you're going to ask me to be sincere with you, my mom is someone that I'm not going to sit here and disrespect or criticize in any way, because just like you keep saying, it's my birth mother. And so there's certain things you might just be quiet, and just make sure that, because maybe a free banner. So so in the crow, now you're crying. It was okay. So now you what's your senti? I love my mom. Honestly, I do. I think she knows I do. It's unfortunate that things have to come on the platform like that, which it's kind of sad. But
have you spoken to her afterwards?
We haven't had the chance to talk yet, but we definitely will. I know we will.
Don't break it.
I know we will, Auntie.
Please, whatever the situation, find the perfect way to deal with it. You've grown a very good brand, over the period, and I think it will be appropriate to settle this. Our culture requests or requires peace. We are hospitable people, beautiful and respectful people.
Always.
So I think it would be appropriate if you find a proper way of settling this. It's and then you have a new song out, and let's all pray to God that these things may not cross paths.
It won't. I believe. I mean, not to sit here and sound like I'm creepy. Do you understand? But when sometimes I believe in life, when things happen, it happens for a reason and for a purpose. This show was planned before this happened, wasn't it? I already called and I said, I'm releasing a new song. I want an interview, So when it came, everything was unexpected. However, I believe that, everything under the universe is protected by something, and there's a force. And God himself has a reason and a purpose why things is happening this way. Definitely certain things are going to be resolved. Everybody out there has their own opinion about things. People are hurt about things that were spoken out about me. Others are hurt because they know the situation. Others are hurt because they know the situation. And everybody out there has their own opinion about how things should be done. However, people will never know what the story is behind everything. And that is what is not for them. That is what is for family to deal with at home. Like I keep saying, it's unfortunate that, these things had to come out that was not supposed to come out at all. But when mistakes are done, you don't topple it up with another mistake. And that is why I'm not going to open my mouth to say anything. And who here, what I say, no matter what I do, no, on the woman, on the nye me woman, inti minti minja be anya den, ain't gonna anything or talk about her or disrespect her. And so, like the saying is, you just leave things for God to do. Just leave things for family so that we can solve it at home.
A few days ago, something came up mentioning Stacy and Ochame Kofi. She used to work with you.
Yes, she did.
What's your relationship with Stacy now?
Stacy is family. She didn't just used to work with me. Stacy is family from my father's side. It's that kind of family that where you guys grew up together. You know each other very, very well. You know each other's families very, very well. Yeah, and that's what it is.
So how does she appear in this whole mess?
I don't think she said anything. I think what happened was that it was just a comment that was made in that everybody, especially some people that know me, feel like they should just say something. You know what I mean? However, she's my big sister. I know how much she would want to rant and rave and speak certain things that she feels is the truth. But I've spoken to her and everything is fine now. I mean, I appreciate everybody who's come out there to support me. Some support might come out as not appropriate because of speaking to my mother. And so apologies to my mother wherever she is, you know. And also I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who believes that they should support me. I know how you feel, but at this point I just want us to all hold our peace and just leave God to do his own thing.
That's it.
All right, folks. So, well, more tweets. We are about ending the interview. Official slide says, and I want the Don to look at Becca and tell her exactly what he said on the show a few days ago when someone commented and bet on Toby leaving her after spending her money. And you, the Don, said, yes, I've also bet this is going to happen. I know he's going to defend it, but what he said is gone. Black Hyacinth said, Becca just won my admiration. Her response concerning issues with the mom shows she really mature and wise. She gets sense. Wow. Adevance Junior Fee says, hello, Andy Dusty. Tell Logic to keep quiet. He should go home. People insult Becca's mom because of what they read on the net. So why won't you allow her to clear the air now? Askona John Sakodi and Andy Dusty, I love Mr. Logic. Okay. Kelly Polypo, Sadiq, I get where you are going with your line of questions. Only the Don can decode them. Evans Junior Fee comes back. He says, Andy Dusty, what's Ashley saying? They shouldn't discuss about Becca's mom issue. He must be joking. We should allow her name being dragged in the mud. What's wrong if she clears the air once and for all? Please tell Ashley to go home and come to home. Why are you guys driving my people away? Someone must go home. Okay. Eagle Eye 7 says, wow. Sadiq is smart, eh? His line of questions is full of diabol. Only diabol people can sense this. Because, honest, why this question cry? You make Becca cry. Kelly Bolivar says, and it was the people are not happy with you this morning. They think Becca directed you on what to ask her and what not to ask. Try to explain to them, but I Jim and Sim. Yes. Now, what if she told me not to discuss her mom? Which right do you have?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's about time we learn. No? People let's not just sit out there and conjecture.
I think we need to be clear. Look, as a celebrity, look, Becca is a musician, right? She is out there giving us great music. It is not her responsibility to divulge every aspect of her life. She's there. She has a brand. It's a product that she is putting out there for us to all enjoy. So it's not automatically assumed that we have to know absolutely everything that's going on about her or any other celebrity. At least let them have some privacy. Some aspects of their lives should be private to them and their families. So I think as the general public, we should try and respect them for who they are, for the entertainment they're giving us, and allow them to contain some part of their lives and keep it private. It's very, very important.
And another thing I need to put out is if any artist goes for an interview professionally, she can even send you her line of questions that these are the questions I want you to ask me. Please don't ask this. Don't ask that. A few days ago, when Kim Promise was coming here, they made sure that there were certain questions we shouldn't ask. And you just don't go bring someone in your studio and then you intimidate or you try to harass the person. When the questions are needed, ask. But even if that's the interview. If she doesn't want to go there, please don't go there. She can even sue you. If she tells you not to go there and you insist on going there.
It's only here that we make interview look like Supreme Court. Because we make interview look like Supreme Court because the issue is that We don't even want to know the positive aspect of the individual. Exactly. All that we care about is the negatives. Yeah. What will cause the news and the news. Hey, but if we destroy every celebrity, who will be the celebrity?
Well, but at the end of the day, this is Hitz FM. It's entertainment. It's got nothing to do with people's private lives.
I mean, I don't care whether it goes to the private, Rash, but for educational purposes, I mean, people must know. I mean, listen, how Sadiq put out the question. Brilliant. Do you understand? Although she knew where he was going. We all knew where he was going. But, I mean, you need to get deeper to understand where the question was coming from. Do you understand? Please, let's not just sit out there and then go and check. I'm very sure people have started insulting us already.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's not
Sadiq is really smart.
So what?
Very, very smart. I got everything you're trying to ask. I said, you're very smart.
All right, so we are done. We're done.
And
thank you very much for coming.
One other thing. I know that, like I kept saying, a lot of people have been through a lot of hurt. The person that I didn't mention is also my father, and my stepmom who's at home also. I'm sure she's listening. I've spoken about my mom and let them know how much I love her. I also just want to tell my dad. I know I've dragged them into a lot of things, being their daughter, being a celebrity. It's a fortunate and unfortunate thing that sometimes all this goes on. So to daddy and mommy out there, they know themselves, the champions, we call ourselves, a me cham. I just want to tell them that, and I love them also, There's nothing as beautiful as a family. Everybody coming together and all of us being one, And, a lot of people also have a different perception and ashes, logic about who my husband is, honestly. If you've met him, you understand the kind of person he is. He's a very decent and respectful person. He might be Nigerian, but I think all Nigerians are not as they say they are. It's the same way not all Ghanaians are who they are. And that is something that I feel like if we're not careful, we always try to start a war, amongst culture and religions and countries. Some Nigerians may be good, some may not be good. But I just leave people to, maybe someday meet who he is, the kind of person that he is, and know who he is. He's quite very responsible.
Can I get a one-on-one interview with him?
we can talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, the other time I wanted to tell him that, look, I need you. Well, my producer is a super... When is one?
He's you need to.
No, he's a very nice guy. I mean,
I
was in a meeting.
Feel like you should meet him.
I was in a meeting. I was in a meeting where his
personality
was there,
and who he is. He's very responsible and respectful, And but sometimes oko kasimbia na ebia achia anko be fufro but oyobia or you're very, very respectful. Ushiana physically na ne bon koma, very intelligent, very cordial.
Incident when we went to the xylophone thing.
Xylophone thing? What is thing?
The xylophone invasion in Nigeria. And I was so furious. Like, they had put the Nigerians in a room. And then the Ghanaians were in a different. And if you go to the Nigerians' room, everything was there. Champagne, plenty of things. If you come out there, pure water. We're a ball. Yeah, I really Roy, and I was on top of my anger level. But Toby took the issue like he's talking, like when you go out, he say, calm down, it's me and you, let's talk, don't worry. Then he talk to you. He said, you want champagne? Then go and bring him champagne. he toned me down, and I became a fool.
By the time I realized the champagne, everything they flow.
What you define? I say, my guy, what you looking for? You want a car? Should we buy you a car? The most important thing is calm down, let's play the show. After the show, we will solve problems. And that's the kind of guy he is. I know him small, so I mean, you go come, you go see him.
We too for no. So say yeah.
No, I've met him. I was as I said, I was in a meeting and he chanced on us. You understand? I was in a meeting and he chanced on us, and I spent about 20 minutes. He got in very late anyway, and we had a discussion. And I stood there, I was just watching him. Just at the tail end of the meeting, and we're having a discussion. He was asking me about my relationship with other Nigerian presenters and all, and it was mad. I think he's a super cool guy.
Yeah, I think I was in the bank.
Can you please get him?
I was in the bank when the issue was being discussed on radio. Then this guy in the crowd said, Becca pa, Ghana for me pa, okay, I think Ghanaians are jealous. The men are jealous. The way. The guy said in the bank, pa, Ghana for me
you know how many times Becca has been around in this country? I mean, you guys have been around. We've been going to Nigeria front and back. I think the moment to fall, that's what the guy was saying in the back.
Well, thank you very much for